This year, Iran's oil sales have dropped by a third, the value of its currency by two-thirds. And this is before even tougher sanctions hit in November. How does Iran respond to prevent going into a tailspin? The sanctions came after Donald Trump pulled the US out of the 2015 Iran nuclear deal, warning countries they have to choose between doing business with the US or Iran. To counter this, in the first instance, Tehran will probably honour its nuclear commitments, it will stay calm-ish, and try to wait out the Trump years. It'll cooperate with an EU plan known as a Special Purpose Vehicle, a barter system designed to avoid sanctions. For example, Iran sends oil to Spain and a credit goes into a fund. It then uses that credit to order goods from Italy, so no funds have gone to Iran. Theoretically, sanctions have not been broken, and companies can't be punished. Theoretically. Many European firms highly vulnerable to secondary US sanctions aren't waiting to test that theory. Peugeot, Renault, Total, Siemens, Daimler and others have suspended operations. Investment is drying up. But there are other workarounds. During a previous period of sanctions, Iranian oil tankers were often repainted, renamed and left port with their tracking devices switched off. If the tanker gets to a friendly port, its cargo can be blended with oil from elsewhere and resold. If this fails to stabilize the economy, there are more aggressive options. President Rouhani has restated the old threat of blocking the Strait of Hormuz, through which a third of the world's seaborne oil passes. He's also said Iran is moving its main oil terminal from the Gulf to a port in the Oman Sea, so that its tankers would no longer need to use the strait. However, closing the strait could easily trigger war, and war could trigger regime change, which is the leadership's greatest fear. But there are other ways to retaliate against the Americans and their allies. The US consulate in the southern Iraqi city of Basra was recently closed temporarily following a rocket attack blamed on Iranian-backed militias. Iran also has forces in Syria and military allies in Lebanon and Yemen. So far, neither side is close to blinking. Both will be staring clear-eyed at what the effects of the new sanctions will be, including possible oil price rises, which hurts the Americans. The Trump presidency has 2 years left. The Iranians are losing millions of dollars a day. Timing is everything.